Hey guys, I wanted to do discussion number 2 and share my experiences with feeling disconnected with individuals and with diverse cultures. And I used to do IEPs in school psychology, and you go into these meetings thinking, you have your assessments completed, you have goals written, you've all collaborated, you know what you're going to say, you know what you've done, and you have all the information to back you up. But then you come across people, either parents that are not happy with the result, either of the child being diagnosed, because that's a very difficult thing to experience, or the child that didn't get qualified and the parents are not content with it. But we have to remember that every person and every case is an individual, and that's what I think. Where I felt disconnected. A lot of my team members called me green because they didn't have the experience, meaning new, and they've been here for a long time. And I think they thought of these IEPs as cases rather than students. And that, I think that starts to happen when you have more experience. But that's one thing that we can't let happen. We have to be effectively understanding, no matter how long we've been there, and realize that these are students. These parents want to be heard. They want to be understood, and we should need to show compassion. And that's one thing that I had a hard time with for a while. As for effective listening, I think that we always have to listen to what the person's really trying to say, the real content. And we have to, like I said, listen to feelings. There's going to be a lot of feelings, and you can't plan for those. And you have to be able to convey feelings, understand feelings, and implement that in your decisions and the way you work things to help individuals. You have to consider everyone that is part of this strategy, and then you have to allow everyone to speak and to be heard. There has to be ongoing communication, and you have to stay focused on what the issue is, and that's always going to be the student. When it comes to collaboration, a collaboration is working with another individual. It includes consultation, teaming, co-planning, co-teaching, co-assessing, with and it's basically meant to help students remain in special ed and to receive the appropriate accommodations that they need and really should be receiving. With teachers, it involves co-parenting. I've been in several classes where there's co-planning, and I've been in a lot of classes where it's co-teaching, where it's a gen ed and a special ed teacher, and they're working together. They work as a team and create units, lessons, and then they implement it, plans, and they implement it. One takes over when it's their expertise than the other, and they just kind of support each other. And I had never heard of it, and I think it's a really cool way of teaching kids, and I think it's a really good experience of trying to keep these kids in the least restrictive environment. There's also co-assessment, and that's to collect data for monitoring, for placement, to find strengths and weaknesses in the students, and for accountability that what you're doing is actually being successful. With family collaboration, I feel family collaboration is instrumental. You can't communication with families is just a legal mandate. You can't assess a student. You have to give parents or guardians their rights, and you have to have their consent. So it's vital to have communication with families. And then the family serves as advocates. They're always going to be, they know the student, they know their culture, they know their difference in culture, what things mean, and it's just important, the communication and the routine, to make sure that the students is receiving all the implementations necessary to help them succeed. And basically, we're all on the same team, and we all want what's best for the child, or at least we should. And these families can give us feedback on what is working, what's not, to do that. And regardless of who the collaboration is between, it's important to have a mutual respect as part of the process. You have to have a partnership, and you have to have communication and commitment, and a sense of equality for everyone. You have to share your skills and trust one another and respect each other. I like the universal design that was mentioned in our book, which gives access for multiple ways to learn, and especially for ELL kids, and it creates adaptations that are centered around different ways and alternative ways to access information in the classroom and from co-teaching. And I thought that was great. It's all about creating a community and a partnership and being able to help these students succeed in the best environment that we can provide. And if we are just effective in all these strategies, I think we can really do that. Thanks, guys.